Very good evening, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Chai Pe Charcha in collaboration with Wiki India and Women Economic Forum. We have ma'am with us. So, just a little briefing. Today, we're going to talk about women in administration, and for which we have IS Sonal Goyal with us. A little briefing about her. She joined Indian Administrative Services in 2008 by securing All India rank 13, and right now she's posted as the resident commissioner at Tripura Bhavan, Delhi. She was selected in top 25 women transforming India by the United Nations, Niti Aayog, and my government. She was also felicitated amongst 30 Web Wonder Women by Ministry of Women and Child, Government of India, and Twitter India. Talking little about her background, she has her roots from Panipat, Haryana, but she has been primarily brought up in Delhi. She completed her bachelor's degree from Shri Ram College of Commerce. Later, she went to pursue CS from ICSI New Delhi. She also holds a degree in law from Faculty of Law, Delhi University. Later, she also did her MA in public policy from Indira Gandhi National Open University. So, we'll just be waiting for ma'am to join in. Ma'am, I have accepted your request. Am I audible?
Hi, good evening. Yeah.
Good evening, ma'am. Can you hear me properly?
Yes, I can hear.
Firstly, thank you so much, ma'am, for taking out your time and coming to this live session.
Thank you, my pleasure. Just give me a moment. I was checking my settings. Just give me a moment.
Sure.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, for the audience, I would just like you guys know, if you have any questions, please put it up in the chat box. We will take them at the end of the session. If yes, I can see a lot of questions. Please put it up in the chat box so that we can address it at the end of the session if we have time. Apart from this, no nuisance will be taken into account, so please avoid it. And are we good to go, ma'am?
Yeah. I think we are okay.
So before we start on to the main questions of the event, we would just like to know more about you. Since you have a lot of allocates to your name, you have, tried on different fields. The first question to you is, when and why did you decide that you want to get into administrative service? Like, was it a childhood dream or you just figured out it later on in your life?
A very good evening to all the viewers, to the team of Sandhila Foundation, all the audience who are watching this live session today. Friends, we are going to discuss about a very important theme. Basically, the session would deliberate upon the theme is about the role of women empowerment, women in administration, women occupying various leadership positions. So, I think that is one of the most imperative discussions which should be happening day in and day out, especially as we are seeing that India is uh, moving higher on the growth trajectory. So we all need to understand the importance of how this balance in society in terms of the gender parity, how is it important for ensuring the overall growth of our country and economy. So when I mention about myself, so there are few comments in which उन्होंने लिखा है कि हिंदी में बोलिए. So I would try to mix both Hindi and English, and yes, I can speak Bengali also, but I am not sure how many of the audience would be understanding. So I would mix Hindi and English. तो मेरा नाम जैसे कि मेरे इंट्रोडक्शन में बताया गया है, मैं 2008 बैच हूँ। आईएएस में मेरा 2008 बैच है और मेरे रूट्स पानीपत हरियाणा से हैं, बट क्योंकि मेरे फादर चार्टेड अकाउंटेंट हैं तो पापा ने अपना प्रैक्टिस दिल्ली में इस्टेब्लिश किया आफ्टर मैरिज। तो उसकी वजह से हमारा पूरा एजुकेशन entirely दिल्ली में ही रहा। और if I talk about the question which in which you asked me कि when did I think about coming into civil services, so it was definitely not a childhood dream, unlike many others कि जिनको स्कूल टाइम से पता होता है कि हमें सिविल सर्विसेज में जाना है। मेरे साथ में ऐसा नहीं था। It was almost towards the fag end of my graduation that I read about civil services. So I was actually in my third year of graduation जब मैंने सिविल सर्विसेज के बारे में पढ़ा एक मैगजीन में, एंड इट गेव मी अ किक फ्रॉम इनसाइड कि मुझे इस सर्विस में होना चाहिए। टिल दैट टाइम आई हैड माई गिवन टू माई सेल्फ कि मैं प्राइवेट सेक्टर में जाऊंगी एंड आई वुड बी लाइक अ कॉर्पोरेट प्रोफेशनल। So when I read about it, it actually gave a kick, and then I discussed this with my parents, especially my father. So there were lot of apprehensions. So because civil services is even till date one of the toughest examination in the country. Right now, mains are going on, mains 2022, and yesterday there was essay paper. So 10 lakh plus aspirants fill the prelims form and the selection is in few hundreds. एंड so देन आफ्टर सिलेक्शन उनको अप्रीहेंशन ये आया मेरे फादर के स्पेशली माइंड में कि सिलेक्शन होगा या नहीं। सिलेक्शन होने के बाद विच सर्विस आई विल गेट, आफ्टर द सर्विस विच कार्डर आई विल गेट, देन वेयर विल आई बी पोस्टेड एंड हाउ विल आई बैलेंस माई प्रोफेशनल एंड फैमिली लाइफ। So that was a kind of a debate which continued for almost around 6 to 8 months. बट जब मैंने अपने फादर को बोला कि मुझे एक बार करने का मौका ज़रूर दीजिए, देन ही सेड ओके आप कीजिए, बट यू शुड हैव अ प्लान बी इन योर लाइफ। सो बाय प्लान बी ही सेड कि स्पेशली गर्ल्स शुड बी फाइनेंशियली एंड इकोनॉमिकली इंडिपेंडेंट। सो आई एम टॉकिंग वे बैक अराउंड 2003 जब मैं ग्रेजुएशन के फाइनल ईयर में थी। सो देन आई एक्सेप्टेड हिज एडवाइस, आई कम्प्लीटेड माई ग्रेजुएशन इन 2003। आई कम्प्लीटेड माई CS क्योंकि मैं CS कर रही थी साथ में। तो मेरा 2004 जून में CS कंप्लीट हुआ। इन द सेम ईयर आई टुक एडमिशन इनटू LLB फ्रॉम दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी। आई क्लियर्ड द entrance and then I got admission into LLB, which was a regular course. So 2004 में I started my LLB. In the same year I started my civil services preparation and I also started my part-time job as a company secretary because I thought कि मुझे अपना हायर स्टडीज़ खुद फाइनेंस करना चाहिए एटलीस्ट टू एन एक्सटेंट, एंड ऑल्सो आई शुड बी गेटिंग सम प्रोफेशनल एक्सपीरियंस रादर देन जस्ट wasting my qualification. So from 2004 to 2007, these three things were moving parallel in my life. My focus, of course, was on civil services preparation. Then I was also doing law, which was a regular course, so I had to attend classes. And CS का जो मेरा job था, उसमें part time मुझे कभी-कभी जाना पड़ता था. So managing these things were not easy. A lot of time management issues came, self-commitment, discipline, focus. All those challenges are always there. And actually I appeared for my first attempt in 2006. But what happened was that I did not get my interview call. So I reached up to the second stage of civil services, but I did not get an interview call. So it was like too much demotivating for me. I did not know how to move ahead. I got depressed. But then when I recollected my strength, I gave a commitment to my own self that the next attempt should be my final attempt. एंड मैं जितना भी अपना बेस्ट दे सकती हूँ वो बेस्ट मैं उसमें दूंगी. सो आई गेव माई 100%, even more than 100%. And then in 2007 the examination which I wrote, the result came in May 2008 and I cleared the examination with All India rank 13th. So I was 13th rank in my batch, and that day is still memorable in my memories. बहुत यादगार पल था क्योंकि मेहनत भी और आपके जो इतने सारे सेक्रीफाइसेस हैं, सिर्फ आप ही के सेक्रीफाइस नहीं, आपके पेरेंट्स के, आपकी फैमिली के जो आपको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं आपकी जर्नी में, उनकी जो सेक्रीफाइसेस हैं उनको आप पूरा कर पाते हो, तो वो एक खुशी है, एक वो दैट स्टिल आई फ्रेश इन माई मेमोरीज. And then after that, I joined my training at Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy of Administration, Mussoorie. And लबासना में सितंबर 2008 में ट्रेनिंग ज्वाइन किया. आई मेट माय कलीग्स बैचमेट्स फ्रॉम ऑल अक्रॉस इंडिया, very talented, having diverse background, educational, professional qualification. Then I was allocated to my cadre in December 2008, and after completion of my training, I joined Tripura in June 2009. So June 2009 से 2016 तक I have worked in Tripura. After that, I came to Haryana on inter-cadre deputation. In Haryana, I served for 4 years, and then I was back to Tripura, and I am the resident commissioner of Government of Tripura, based in Delhi. So these all long years, so like 2003 onwards, say 2007 tak, is like a selection process, study, academics, managing everything, and after that, when you enter into the profession, then you have all different kind of challenges which you have to face. And now I have worked in two states which are geographically, culturally quite distant and not similar. So I would say that I have worked in challenging situations, way far from my family, way far from Delhi NCR, but I have learned lot many things. People of Tripura are very loving, very warm, affectionate, and I learned Bengali there. And I mean, it has been a kind of, my journey has been kind of full of rich experiences, memories, of course, with many difficult phases to balance in life.
Ma'am, while you were sharing your experience, you mentioned about your tough period, which had to go a lot of you had to go a lot of mental pressure. So my next question to you is, how do we combat mental pressure while preparing for the exam? Because when I talk about mental pressure, we have a different level of mental pressure when it comes to women in general. Because talking about India, we have different dynamics when it comes to women. So either they have the option to crack the exam or they end up, getting married to. So, what would you say on this?
I think mental pressure and handling pressure is always there. It is not only in the preparation, but it is also once you enter into any kind of a service, you enter any profession, you start your own organization, you start your NGO. तो वो प्रेशर तो हमेशा ही रहता है. बट फॉर स्टूडेंट्स स्पेशली आई वुड लाइक टू मेंशन थ्री थिंग्स दैट यू शुड बी क्लियर अबाउट योर burning purpose or aim in life. So what is it that you want to achieve? आपको क्या चाहिए? What is it that you want to achieve? एंड ये जो आपका बर्निंग पर्पस और ये जो एम है, ये एम ही आपको आगे गाइड करेगा, मोटिवेट करेगा जब आप लो फेजेस ऑफ मोटिवेशन में होंगे. और जो ये आपका व्हाट है, इसके साथ में जुड़ा हुआ इसका रीजनिंग है, व्हाई. हमको ये क्यों चाहिए, मुझे ये क्यों करना है, मुझे डॉक्टर क्यों बनना है, मुझे सिविल इंजीनियर क्यों बनना है. सो व्हाट इज इट दैट यू वांट टू डू, व्हाई इज इट दैट यू वांट टू डू, एंड देन हाउ आप वहां तक कैसे पहुंचोगे. सो द प्लान ऑफ एक्शन. सो व्हाट, व्हाई एंड हाउ, these three things are very important. So I think for all students I would like to suggest that try to have that clarity. I know it's very difficult, it's easy to say, but as and when you move ahead in life आपको वो clarity आती जाएगी कि मुझे कहाँ पहुँचना है, where do I foresee myself after 3 years, after 5 years, और मेरा वहाँ तक पहुँचने का क्या रास्ता है. There is a short acronym which I generally share with students, so that we term as VGPA, विजन, गोल, प्लान एंड एक्शन. व्हाट इज योर ओवरऑल विजन, आपको लाइफ में क्या बनना है, क्या हासिल करना है, क्या पाना है, और उससे आप दूसरों के लिए क्या कर पाएंगे. दैट शुड बी योर, दैट विजन शुड बी क्लियर. देन द विजन शुड बी bifurcated or so as to say translated into achievable units which will term as goals. कि ओवरऑल मेरे को अपने लाइफ में ऐसे मैं अपने आप को देख रही हूँ, तो उसको अचीव करने के लिए मेरे शॉर्ट टर्म गोल्स क्या है, मेरे लॉन्ग टर्म गोल्स क्या है, एंड देन उसके बाद में प्लान, मैं वहां तक कैसे पहुंचूंगी, मैं वहां तक कैसे पहुंचूंगा, एंड देन यू टेक एक्शन, उस पर अपना एक्शन लेना है. तो ये सब जो चीजें हैं, विजन, गोल, प्लान एंड एक्शन, ये सब जो चीजें हैं ये हमको माइंड में रखनी है. एंड फॉर स्टूडेंट्स आई थिंक देर इज दिस एंटायर इकोसिस्टम अराउंड यू ऑल्सो नीड टू बी सपोर्टिव. आपके, मैंने देखा है कई फैमिलीज में उतना सपोर्ट नहीं मिल पाता है, एंड देन देर आर सम सिचुएशंस where you have to even move out and then do preparation. So in all those cases, your mental toughness, your own commitment to yourself, your self discipline, your time management, है ना, तो ये सब चीजें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है आई थिंक. एंड जो एक पॉजिटिविटी है, जो एक सेल्फ बिलीफ है, वो इन सब सिचुएशंस में आपको आगे बढ़ने में आपको मदद करेगा. सो हम सुनते हैं जैसे मैनेजमेंट के स्टूडेंट्स स्वॉट एनालिसिस के बारे में पढ़ते हैं, तो स्ट्रेंथ्स एंड वीकनेसेस, आपकी स्ट्रेंथ और आपकी वीकनेस क्या है, आपकी वीकनेस क्या है उसको रिड्यूस करना है, और जो स्ट्रेंथ क्या है उसको इम्प्रोवाइज करना है, so that you can utilize it for the benefit of your preparation. आपका आंसर राइटिंग में कैसे आप इम्प्रूव करोगे, आप एसे में कैसे अच्छे मार्क्स लाओगे, या फॉर दैट मैटर एनी अदर कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जामिनेशन. सो आई थिंक दीज थिंग्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, दैट हैव a positive mindset, have self belief, and then with your clarity of goal and vision in mind, keep moving ahead.
Ma'am, you have done a lot of things for women in general, but I want to know what are your opinions on women empowerment specifically and why you chose to be vocal about it.
I think India, as a growing nation, India now is becoming a world leader, and we have seen in our country, we have seen a kind of a patriarchal dominated mindset in the society. So traditional roles of women are well accepted, like a woman becoming a housemaker, a homemaker, women adapting to the traditional profiles like becoming a teacher, so but there are lot many things which we need to change in the society. So I would term it like this, that firstly there has to be equal access of opportunities. So the equal access of opportunity, एक जो लड़की जो अपनी टीनेज में है, अगर हम आज भी इंडिया का डेटा देखें, स्पेशली रूरल इंडिया का अगर हम डेटा देखें, तो उसमें जो ड्रॉप आउट स्टूडेंट्स का रेशो है, that is always higher in girl students as compared to the boys. Class 9th में drop out ratio, class 11th में drop out ratio, उसमें हमेशा से लड़कियों का परसेंटेज ज्यादा मिलेगा as compared to the boys, and there are various reasons to that. There might be a reason like कि लड़कियों के लिए वहाँ उस स्कूल तक जाने के लिए पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट की फैसिलिटी नहीं है, या वो उतना दूर है कि वहाँ तक बच्चे अपने आप नहीं पहुँच सकते. And then parents have a fear of or an apprehension of sending their girl child alone. So the safety, the travel, transportation, these are concerns. And sometimes it may also happen that you don't have good educational institutes, especially higher educational institutes in that district, in that even in the suburbs. तो वो क्या करें? तो उनके लिए हमें गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से तो बहुत सारे प्रयास किए जा रहे हैं. वी आर ट्राइंग टू इम्प्रोवाइज द एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस. देयर इज लॉट ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट नाउ इन द एजुकेशन सेक्टर बाय द गवर्नमेंट. एनुअल बजट आउटलेज में हर साल एलोकेशन को बढ़ाया जा रहा है, लेकिन इसके साथ में आई थिंक वी नीड मोर पार्टिसिपेशन फ्रॉम द प्राइवेट सेक्टर. वी नीड मोर पार्टिसिपेशन फ्रॉम द पब्लिक स्पिरिटेड इंडिविजुअल्स, इंडस्ट्री पीपल, जो एजुकेशन सेक्टर में भी इन्वेस्ट करें. एंड देन we should have more schools, we should have more colleges, universities all across the country. So for women to have more, so as to say, if we want to see more women in leadership roles, we need to have access to opportunities, we need to give them access to opportunities. Also the women, जो लड़की है उसको भी अपने आप में आत्मनिर्भर, आत्मविश्वास उसका होना चाहिए कि मुझे अपनी जिंदगी में आगे बढ़ना है, और अपनी जिंदगी में आगे बढ़ना है तो मैं कैसे बढ़ूंगी, और मुश्किलें आएंगी, ये भी माइंड में जरूर रखिए कि मुश्किलें आएंगी, रास्ता आसान नहीं होगा. बट उन मुश्किलों को सामना करते हुए आगे बढ़ते रहना है. This is the most important thing, that the female, the girl, the woman also needs to have a belief in her own self, and then after that only she would be able to come forward in life. And then it is also the responsibility of the society, the ecosystem around us, to help and support the female, the girl, the woman to move ahead. क्योंकि आज भी इक्वल एक्सेस, इक्वल स्टेटस नहीं है. देर आर मेनी मेनी थिंग्स इवन टुडे इन रूरल एरियाज. आई वर्क इन त्रिपुरा, आई वर्क इन हरियाणा. Situation is slightly better in the northeastern part of our country, but even in North India, Haryana में अभी things are moving positively, especially campaigns like Beti Bachao Beti Padhao program, National Rural Livelihood Mission, and then Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, where we are trying to help and support the women SHGs, local women entrepreneurs under Make in India also. But it would need time for us to see that balance. So I always feel, because you asked me ki why I am quite open, so I always feel ki women empowerment is very essential as far as the overall development and growth in the society is concerned. And if we involve more women in leadership roles, more women in administration, we would see a gender balance, we would see a kind of a balance in all aspects, not only in the decision making, policy planning, also in implementation, and we will see workplaces become more gender sensitive. So I think these are the important things, and we all need to contribute towards this.
As you mentioned about, we need to change the mindset of people to achieve the gender parity. So my next question to is, what challenges does administrative service serve women in general, considering your personal experience within administration?
I think challenges in administration are both for male and female officers. I mean, I would not undermine the efforts being made by the male colleagues. Even they have the issues of managing family, balancing family and professional life. But I would say that there is no inherent bias, but then there are certain issues which I would say, like, they are occupational or the professional hazards, which are revolving more around women than men. And it would happen not only in civil services, it would happen that for a woman in her initial years of career, her professional and family life may not move in tandem with each other, and they may rather be in conflict. So, for example, once you start your job, around that time only you will get married, and after marriage, it is, I mean, the responsibility is given to us by nature, that you have to we have to bear a child, we have to give birth to a baby, then initial few months, a year, 2 year, we have the breastfeeding is essential. So these are the responsibilities which are mandatory for us, and during this time only you will be moving ahead in your career. So this conflict will always be there, but I think it is the balance which matters. And women officers, now we see that even though there are still some postings, there are still some profiles in all states which are preferably manned by male officers even today. But things are changing positively. Things are changing in the sense that we are seeing now women becoming chief secretaries, women becoming DGPs of state, women officers are secretaries to Government of India, and they are handling various responsible profiles and giving their best. So I think things are moving positively. But yes, even today, the percentage of women, if we see some data statistics, so the percentage of women in administration, in police service, may not be exceeding 7 to 8%. In the Indian Administrative Service, in the IES, it may be maybe 12 to 14%. In the IRS, Indian Postal Service, IRTS, it may be around, say, 15-16%. So in total, in an average, and if we see the data of even state civil services of various states, so we will not be having, I think, more than 15 to 20% of women as part of the civil services, including the center and the state. So lot many things still need to be done, and I think we need more women in leadership roles. We need more women in administration. We need more women in all kind of important profiles and portfolios for our society to move in a balanced way.
Ma'am, you mentioned about government taking a lot of measures to promote women empowerment. But how can we as youth think and help create an impact to change the society?
यूथ की जो पावर है इंडिया के लिए, यूथ इज अ ब्लेसिंग एंड इंडियाज यूथ पावर इज द स्ट्रेंथ. तो अगर हम बात करें यूथ की पावर की, तो इवन स्वामी विवेकानंदा जी हैड relied upon the power of youth, in which he always mentioned that my faith is in the younger generation, the modern generation, and they are the nation builders. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam ji also relied heavily upon the strength and potential of the youth, the courage to think and innovate. Even our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, आज उनका birthday भी है. So we are seeing how youth across the country, how they are innovating, and the best part is that the youth have the courage, potential to innovate, to invent. They have that courage to think differently, to travel the unexplored path. So I think these are the qualities. And when we are talking about situations like gender parity, situations like improvising the situation of women in the society, so I think the current youth, the younger generation need to understand the issue more, क्योंकि ये लोग हैं जो आगे सोसाइटी का पार्ट बनेंगे. ऑफ कोर्स दे आर पार्ट नाउ आल्सो, बट जो डिसीजन मेकिंग में आएंगे, तो उनके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा आवश्यक है ये समझना कि एक पुरुष और महिला की समानता सिर्फ एक परिवार में ही नहीं, एक पूरे समाज में बहुत आवश्यक रोल प्ले करती है. और उसका उसका जो ओरिएंटेशन है वो अभी से ही वो अपने आप को ग्रूम करें. सो वी नीड टू रिस्पेक्ट विमेन. इफ यू आर इन लाइक कॉलेज, तो आपकी जो फीमेल कलीग्स हैं आपके क्लास में, आपके कॉलेज में, उनको रिस्पेक्ट देना. You know, we are still listening about the issues of eve teasing and a different crime against women being reported. We saw how during COVID-19 last year and 2020, during COVID-19 pandemic. So the domestic violence cases against women, if they are rising, so that shows that still that tolerance in society is not there, and you are seeing women as a object. Women is not an equal partner. So this mindset, this needs to change, and it needs to change both in the rural and urban part. And we all need to understand that when women are empowered and then they have more opportunities and they occupy leadership roles, then definitely economies grow, our nation will prosper, and we will have a more healthy, educated, and a happy family, a happy country. तो ये बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है कि महिलाओं की आर्थिक सक्षमता को भी बढ़ाया जाए, उनका फाइनेंशियल इकोनॉमिक इंडिपेंडेंस को भी हम बढ़ावा दें, और साथ ही साथ में जो एक सोसाइटी में जो माइंडसेट की बात हम करते हैं, उस मानसिकता में भी बदलाव आए कि वुमेन एक इक्वल पार्टनर है, वो कोई ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं है.
Ma'am, would you like us to take any questions from the audience?
Maybe 2 to 3 questions we can take, not more. Yes.
So there is one question from Aditya. He says that getting into administrative service requires a lot of money in terms of preparation. Is there a convenient way out?
No, there is no shortcut to success, Aditya. And सिविल सर्विसेज की जो पढ़ाई है वो अपने आप में आपका बहुत एफर्ट लगेगा. मिनिमम 2 years आपको उसमें देना पड़ेगा. 1 year इज बिफोर योर प्रीलिम्स आपको अगर अगले साल देना है, तो अभी से आपका ऑलरेडी पढ़ाई शुरू कर देना चाहिए आपको. और 1 year उसका एग्जाम प्रोसेस में ही लग जाता है, प्रीलिम्स, मेंस एंड इंटरव्यू. सो दीज थ्री स्टेजेस विल आल्सो कंज्यूम 1 year. सो 2 साल मिनिमम है, बट इट इज़ नॉट नेसेसरी दैट यू आर एबल टू क्लियर इन योर फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट. सो अगर आपको सिविल्स की तैयारी करनी है, प्लीज़ गो थ्रू द यूपीएससी वेबसाइट, रीड द सिलेबस वेल, रीड द टॉपिक्स वेल. और जिस तरीके से आप अपने आप का फ्यूचर देख रहे हो, क्या वो सिविल सर्विसेज में जाके पूरा होगा? क्या आप देश और समाज के लिए जो करना चाहते हो वो उसी के थ्रू करना कर पाओगे, या कोई और भी देयर इज एनी अदर वे आउट आल्सो? सो आई वुड आल्सो मेंशन हियर अबाउट माय प्लान बी. लाइक स्टूडेंट्स आस्क मी, जब मैं प्लान बी की बात करती हूँ कि मैम आपका प्लान बी क्या था, तो फ्रेंड्स मेरा प्लान बी ये था कि अगर मेरा सिविल सर्विसेज में सिलेक्शन नहीं हुआ होता, तो मैं जैसे कि सीएस में थी और मैं एलएलबी कर रही थी, तो मैं कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर में ज्वाइन करती. एंड इनिशियल few years maybe I would have been in the job, and then after that I would have set up maybe my own practice, या I don't know मतलब करियर कैसे प्रोग्रेस करता. और साथ में ही मैं अपना कोई एनजीओ, सिविल सोसाइटी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन मैं एस्टैब्लिश करती. सो दिस इज हाउ आई हैड थॉट ऑफ कि मैं देश के लिए, समाज के लिए जो मुझे करना है वो मैं अपना एनजीओ या सिविल सोसाइटी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो मैं एस्टैब्लिश करूँगी उससे मैं उसको पूरा कर पाऊँगी. सो एवरीबडी नीड्स टू, अगेन आई वुड लाइक टू रिपीट इट अबाउट what you want to achieve in life, why you want to achieve it, and how you will do it. What, why and how, ये बहुत ज़्यादा क्लैरिटी आनी ज़रूरी है. और अगर सिविल्स की तैयारी कर रहे हैं तो आप तभी तैयारी करो जब आप उसमें अपना 100% देने के लिए पूरी तरीके से तैयार हो.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so there are maximum questions related to UPSC only.
सो फ्रेंड्स, फॉर यूपीएससी एक्चुअली क्या है कि यूपीएससी अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा टॉपिक है, और वो मैं 5 मिनट में नहीं समझा सकती हूँ. तो उसके लिए क्या है, आई वुड सजेस्ट कि इफ़ यू आर रियली इंटरेस्टेड, कुछ मेरे से अगर गाइडेंस चाहिए, तो मेरा एक यूट्यूब चैनल है बाय द नेम ऑफ सोनल गोयल IAS. उसमें आप जाएंगे तो मेरे बहुत सारे वीडियोस आपको मिल जाएंगे, जिसमें मैं सिविल सर्विसेज की प्रिपरेशन के बारे में मैं रेगुलर सेशंस करती आई हूँ. तो आप वहाँ जाके सेशन को आप अटेंड कर सकते हैं, आप देख सकते हैं. ऑलरेडी रिकॉर्डेड सेशंस हैं पहले के, वहाँ पे आप जाके देख सकते हैं. एंड इफ देर आर एनी फर्दर क्वेश्चंस ऑन सिविल सर्विसेज, आई थिंक it would be very time consuming to answer them right now.
So, ma'am, before we end this session, I would like to ask you one question, which I ask most of our speakers. What advice would you like to give to an 18-year-old version of yourself?
My advice to a youngster is that firstly have self-belief, have self-confidence, and there would be lot many pressures, there would be lot many expectations from you, not only from your parents, from society, from people around you. You will have peer pressure nowadays, of course, due to this social media. It seems that the peer pressure has even increased, but try and use your time wisely. I think that is very important, that time management, be selfish in your time and have that focus and determination in your life. And there is no limit to what you can accomplish, so that feeling should be there. And I would also like, especially through this platform, to encourage the females, to encourage the young girls, that we all should stand against injustice. We should also always stand against any ill which is going around us. And हमारा जो दायित्व है, वो दायित्व ये है कि हम अपने efforts 100% दें. You should be genuine in your own efforts. And yes, for young friends, I would also like to mention one acronym जो मैं हमेशा young students के साथ share करती हूँ. There are 4 P's which I term as passion, पेशेंस, परसिवरेंस एंड पॉजिटिव आउटलुक. पैशन क्यों ज़रूरी है? जुनून आपको होना चाहिए कि आपको ये चीज़ लाइफ में अचीव करनी है. पेशेंस क्यों चाहिए कि हो सकता है आपको फर्स्ट टाइम में ना मिले. परसिवरेंस इसलिए चाहिए कि आपको लगातार कंसिस्टेंट एफर्ट देने पड़ेंगे. एंड विद अ पॉजिटिव आउटलुक एंड विद अ पॉजिटिव माइंडसेट आपको ये देना है. तो these 4 P's you can keep in your mind. I always try to follow. अगर मुझे confusion होता है आज भी, क्योंकि हमारा प्रोफाइल भी ऐसा है that you have so many things to balance out. You have challenges, you have VIP movements, you have elections, law and order situation. तो कई बार वो चीज़ें नहीं क्लियर होती हैं. तो डिसीजन वो राइट है जो आपको कल को अगर उसके बारे में कोई आपकी जवाबदेही होती है तो it should be appropriate in files firstly. Secondly, you should be morally correct in your own eyes कि मैंने ये डिसीजन लिया, ये मैंने डिसीजन क्यों लिया. You should be acting with empathy and you should be, as an administrator, you always should be connected to the people. You always should be available to the people. So I think these are the things कि together हमको आगे बढ़ते रहना है, एक दूसरे का सपोर्ट बनना है. डोंट बी जेलसी. प्रोफेशनल जेलसी हर जगह है. वी आर ऑल ह्यूमन बींग्स. वी कैन नॉट नेगेट इट. बट द पॉइंट इज दैट यू शुड नॉट एक्ट एज अ स्टम्बिंग ब्लॉक इन progression of any other person. And towards the end, I would only like to request one thing कि whatever career profession, you are the youth, you are the future power of our country. तो जो भी आप प्रोफेशन चूज करते हैं, ट्राई एंड कंट्रीब्यूट टुवर्ड्स नेशन बिल्डिंग. हम अपने आसपास के लोगों के लिए क्या कर सकते हैं, हम अपने देश के लिए, हम अपने समाज के लिए क्या कर सकते हैं, वो हमेशा हमें याद रहना चाहिए. वी आर ऑल प्राउड टू बी इंडियंस, बट साइमल्टेनियसली वी ऑल शुड कंट्रीब्यूट टुवर्ड्स नेशंस प्रोग्रेस. और अगर हम अपनी जिम्मेवारी ठीक से निभाएंगे तो ज़रूर कहीं ना कहीं किसी की मदद होगी. और जैसा कि बोलते हैं कि खुद के लिए तो सब जीते हैं, लेकिन इंसान वही है जो दूसरों के लिए जिए, जो दूसरों के लिए कुछ अच्छा करे. सो दिस इज द फीलिंग ऑफ gratitude, the feeling of belonging to the society, the feeling of giving to sharing with each other, compassion, empathy. These are very important. और हमें ये सबको नहीं भूलना है. एंड रिस्पेक्ट पीपल अराउंड यू, रिस्पेक्ट योर एल्डर्स, रिस्पेक्ट योर कलीग्स, रिस्पेक्ट फीमेल्स. ये बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. राइट. सो आई थिंक this was the thing from my side. And my best wishes to the entire team of the Sandhira Foundation. My best wishes to the all the youngsters here जो अभी सेशन देख रहे हैं, जो बाद में भी देखेंगे. आप सब लोग अपने हौसलों पे विश्वास रखिए और ज़िंदगी में आगे बढ़ते रहिए. सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट क्या है, अपनी फिजिकल और मेंटल हेल्थ पे ज़रूर ध्यान दीजिए. फिजिकल और मेंटल हेल्थ को इग्नोर नहीं करना है किसी भी पॉइंट पे. और सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है कि हमें खुश रहना है. Stay physically, mentally fit, stay healthy and stay happy. That is most important, I think. So thank you so much for having me over here. May God bless us all. May we keep contributing towards nation and contribution towards the society. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for encouraging us as a youth organization. And we look forward to having session some other day. But it was really nice having you on board. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Namaskar.
Thank you. Have a good day, ma'am.
Thank you.